Yo, 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 it's your boy. Happy Tuesday, y'all. Listen, we're going to talk about these narcs today.
I know what it's like to lose. Feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail nonetheless. It's frightening. Turns the legs to jelly. I ask you, to what end? Dread it? Run from it? Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here. Or should I say, I am.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
It's your boy. The Israel, the People's Champ, back with another YouTube live stream. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Shalom, Israel. Shalom, you ninjas out there, ghost watching and ninja watching. Oh, man, happy Tuesday, April 30th, 2024. Oh, almost a quarter after the hour. 4:15 is coming up, y'all, here in the QC. It's your main man. It's your favorite content creator's favorite content creator. The Heisenberg it is Ish. The Ra's al Ghul it is Ish. The Cookie Monster. Chef V. Pumpkin Escobar. Yeah, you know who it is. The Shogun of Charlotte. The King of Queens. You know who it is. You know what it is. Yeah, we back up in here, man. We are back. Wonderful day, man. Beautiful day out here. Couldn't ask for better weather. Slightly overcast, but warm, but not too warm. I mean, it's no complaints, man. I think it's like about 75, 76 degrees somewhere in there. Just wonderful, lovely day, man. Lovely day. Lovely day. We're gonna talk about this ish. We're gonna talk about these narcs. These narcs. Y'all like what? What's a narc? Ninjas against real change. That's what a narc is. We're gonna talk about them, man. We're gonna get into it, man. So as you come in the door, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, smash the bell. Smash the bell so you can keep up with the notifications on the People's Podcast. Make sure you share to your socials, share to Facebook and others. Send me $2 for the Pure Elite Tea Fund on the Cash App. Help keep your boy hydrated. That's important. That's important. $2 go a long way. $2 go a long way. But yeah, and strap in, put your seatbelt on. The seatbelt light is not off yet. It may come off later. We don't know. We'll see. We'll see. As long as we don't have no turbulence, we might drop that Might pass the rock to somebody. See what's going on. See what's going on. Somebody might have some shit to say. And we'll deal into that. We'll deal with that, man. My Lakers couldn't pull it off last night, man. Damn, 2 points. They just couldn't do it. You know, such is life. I personally don't think Denver is unbeatable. Like they're this huge juggernaut, like everybody says. And I just ain't seeing that. They've been strong at the last couple of minutes of game. Most of these games they've won in the last 5 minutes of the game, last 3 minutes of the game. Last night that shit came down to the wire, man. Came down to the wire. So if you're supposed to be the greatest team, you're gonna roll through the Western Conference. Why are you struggling with a team who had to go through the play-in tournament? I don't know. So I just think the Lakers need to make some adjustments. See we can put D'Angelo on the block, put his ass on the block, see what we can get for him. Um, Maybe Austin Reeves needs to go too. Um, we'll see. We'll deal with that when we get to that. LeBron ain't going nowhere. He about to get that 150 plus. About to slap him with another 150. Just to make sure, give him that buck 50 to make sure he good. You know, put that in the safe with the rest of it. You know, that's what the Lakers is about to do. But we're gonna have to make some adjustments on the. Anthony Davis was good this year. You know, and that's hard for me to say because I'm not an AD fan. But yeah, he was solid this year. He was solid. We just didn't have nothing else. We had LeBron and AD, and we had other people sporadically. Um, I know Dwight Howard was trying to get back with them. I would have liked to seen Dwight Howard in the lineup coming off the bench in the playoffs. I wish they would have made that move when he was trying to get back with them after the turn of the year. I think I saw that article, but that never materialized. So we'll see what happens. We'll watch it. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. You content creators on your way in the door, please drop a link in the chat. Let us know you are here. Drop your link to your channel because we definitely want to spread the love over here. We want to spread that love. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Want to spread the love. I mean, these clowns have been trying to eat off me. I'd rather people with good content get a little eaten. We're a small channel over here, man. We do it small. We doing small things over here. We doing elite things over here. We ain't trying to be big. I honestly don't have the time. I don't know what I would do with 50,000 subscribers, 100,000. I ain't there. I don't want that mentally. I ain't there. I don't want to run this. I don't know. Maybe if I get there, I'll do it. But as of now, I don't see it. And I know what the workflow. It takes a lot of work to manage a channel of that size, and I'm just not committed to it. To that kind of. That's why I want to grow it slowly. Maybe over slow growth, and I build to that. Yeah, that would be different. But bam, oh, I just get a bunch of doggone subscribers out of nowhere. Yeah, I've seen the channels who've done that, had big boosts, and their content never changed. It was too much for them. Um, yeah, I'm not with that. I'd rather grow it slowly, organically. Um, do that. I like to do that. That shit might scare the hell out of me. I might have to go and take off, man. Take off running. But yeah. But yeah, man. Week is starting out wonderful. It's pretty good week. Pretty good week so far. Tuesday here, hump day is tomorrow. Great spirits. As I try to stay that way. A lot of bullshit was going on last week, but it really didn't. I found it hilarious. But I made a couple of new friends. Um, that's the silver lining. I met some quality people. I would say three quality people that I look forward to engaging with in the future. So we'll see what comes about. So it's always a silver lining, or sometimes there's a silver lining, and that's mine. In this past week's debacle, the debacle. Okay? And I see, you know, first time we were baptized with water, right? But Christ tells us the next time we're gonna be baptized with fire. So when you turn that heat up, you start seeing who really rocking with you, you know. So I look at it from that standpoint. Who left? Who is left? No heat get on that ass and people start skedaddling and they can't handle it, you know, they whatever. Whatever you want to call it, they start skedaddling. They start skedaddling. But yeah. Yeah, baby. I'm waiting for my moderator co-host to jump in here. She's working, so she may just go, hey y'all. So we waiting for that because the show don't really start until that happens. Hint, hint. Can't start the show until we get to hey y'all. We're getting that hey y'all for a damn decade, man. It ain't right when it ain't here. but um, but I am appreciative to those of you who do consistently watch me, and I've been seeing my numbers. My views have been steady, even on my reposted videos, my non-live videos. Yeah, those I've been watching them, man. So I just like to go back and show y'all. I told y'all I've been around for a while. I like to prove it to prove all things. So that's why I post some of them old videos when they catch my eye. Most of them was on Facebook and other socials, so I'll download them over there if I can and repost them over here. I think I've dropped one from like 5 years ago the other day. A lot of things, I'm still the same guy, still the same content, and I do that for a reason. That's why I'm showing y'all. Again, I've been in these streets, man. A lot of people out here, they talk. They don't have any experience. They don't have any lived life experience. They got a bunch of theories. They've never done nothing. They have no results, good or bad. I mean, you're gonna have failures in your life, and that's what I try to let young men know. Don't let your failures discourage you. Get out here and fail, but keep going. You're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna stumble. That's how you learn to walk. Why do we fall? Why do we fall? So we can learn to pick ourselves up. And that what Alfred told Bruce. Shout out, shout out to the Dark Knight. Shout out to the Dark Knight. Shout out to the Dark Knight. That's what Alfred told Bruce. We learn to fall, or we fall so we can learn to pick ourselves up. And a lot of these guys have never failed. They never had a chance to do nothing. They late getting started in life. I kind of find it funny. A lot of things they just now getting into. I did that shit in high school and in college, man. I was 18, 19 years old doing a lot of this shit. And granted, I was ahead of the curve. I give you that. But niggas just now going into their first strip club at 40. Come on, dude, really? And they get caught up in that because I ain't never seen a woman in that kind of a setting, or they never had a woman behave that way for them privately. So they're fascinated by it and they love the attention. Those women are paid to get your attention and flirt with you, but that goes to their heads at 40. Like, really? Like, really? Are we serious right now? Are we serious? Narcs. Those are narcs. Ninjas against real change. That's what I noticed. this last week, particularly. These N.A.R.Cs. You try to come with solutions and you be offering solutions to the discussion, and they're against it. Now they want. I'm hearing ninjas what the advice that they're giving. Go back to what the baby boomers did. The baby boomers are the fucking generation that fucked it up. Why would you want to do anything that they did? Because that was they punk ass daddies. And these dudes got daddy issues. And they can't be honest with themselves and admit my daddy was a fuck up. No, you can't talk about another black man like that. Why not? If he fucked up, why not? That's a problem. If we can't be honest when people fuck up, we're never gonna learn. We're never gonna be able to pick ourselves up because we sitting there denying shit. We denying shit. Right? Shout out to Ann from the Bricks in the chat. Y'all, Ann is here. Ann is here. Alana's is in the chat with her signature. Hey, y'all. Alana's is in the chat. Y'all could have got together and bought a ticket, man, and checked into the game or some sneak shit. But anyway, that's my pipe dream. Anyway, yeah. Shout out to my mods, man, and my co-hosts in the fucking podcast. They in the People Podcast in the chat. Yeah. Shout out to my mods, man. Shout out to my mods, man. They in here, man. They are in here. Amanaz has been promising us this live, man. She ain't gave to us. I ain't gonna say nothing though, but we missing it, you know. We trying to take them titties out at nighttime, man. We ain't been able to do that because she ain't been giving us no lives late at night like she used to. Wink, wink. But anyway, anyway, anyway. That's me talking ears showing the low. She probably getting like, fuck you, babe. You know, I've been busy now. She's been busy, real talk. I'm fucking with her. Y'all all know, you know, her. You know, we have family members that have some else. We got like 3 family members in the hospital right now. So, you know, sometimes we gotta do it. She gotta do it. 2 of them, she gotta definitely handle. So, because the sister's all the way up, Amberly's all the way up in DC. So a lot of weight falls on Amina. So, you know, she be doing her thing, man. Taking care of everybody. Shout out to Amanaz, man. Prayer warriors, you know, make sure you send prayers out. Send prayers out for Robin. Send prayers out for Granddad. We appreciate that over here. We want to, you know, want them to get healthy. What we talking about in the chat? Let's see. I knew you was gonna say that. Amanaz says I sound like Real Bravado Network. I was thinking about TJ when I said that, so that's funny. Yeah. Shout out to the Real Bravado Network, y'all. Shout out to the Real Bravado Network. I heard. Little Birdie told me he's still around. Real Bravado Network is still alive and kicking. So I haven't spoke to TJ in a while, so I don't know. I'm just telling you what I heard. Shout out to TJ. Shout out to TJ. We'd like to see him back. So sometimes you gotta take a break, man. That's what I told him. Sometimes you just gotta step back and observe the landscape. It's kind of like a painter or even a brick mason. They're building a wall, a brick. Sometimes you got to step back 10 feet to look at what you built to make sure you're going in the right direction. You're going in the direction that you always wanted to. So there's nothing wrong with that. You just got to step back. That's why I told y'all, I don't know if I can handle 50,000, 100,000 subscribers, man. I ain't ready for that. So If it comes, it comes. But I hope it would be gradually and organically. But you got a lot of clout chasers on here. These narcs, ninjas against real change. Maybe y'all heard it here first. Ninjas against real change. They don't want change. They want to stay where they at. They want to stay stagnant. I'm sorry, y'all. My signal went out. I'm sorry. I'm on my backup phone and this shit gets crappy sometimes. It is what it is. But yeah, they act like they're schooling you to some shit, and you trying to have a basic conversation with them. Again, they haven't raised any children to adulthood. And when I mean adulthood, I mean adulthood. I ain't talking about 18. I'm talking about beyond 18 or over 21. How many children you got over under 21? Hey, how you doing, man? You brought me my money? Man, I just keep.
I see looking a bundle in there.
All right, I appreciate it. You doing all right today?
Oh yeah, you?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there, bro.
That's good. That's all we can.
All right,
That's
thank
all
you
we
very
can.
much.
You can't complain because if we complain, nobody will listen. Yeah.
You said it. You said it. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Sorry, y'all. I had to talk to the mail, man. You know, y'all don't even have no relationship with y'all mail, man. Y'all don't know who y'all mailman is. Y'all don't talk to him. But yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, it's insulting to me. Like again, I've been at these tables. I've been in business meetings. I was the only one there. Our brothers. Well, when I say only one, I mean of us brothers, us black men. It wasn't very many of y'all at these meetings with me. Couple, couple. We look like couple of M&Ms and shit in the meeting. Yeah, so it's insulting to me when y'all, fuck have you been doing since you turned 18, bitch, nigga? What have y'all been doing? Nothing. Surviving. I've lost more shit than most of y'all will ever have. Facts. Might want to listen. Might want to listen. I could tell you some mistakes I made to help prevent you from making some mistakes. That's what I could do. Some things I learned from losing shit. I've had successes and I've had failures, but we fall so we can learn to pick ourselves up. But y'all want to pretend like, oh, I ain't never made a mistake. Yeah, you ain't never had your chips on the table either. See, I have no respect for men who ain't never put their chips on the table and want to talk shit. You shout out to Obsidian. He said, y'all talking shit from the cheap seats. Y'all up in the nosebleeds talking shit. You ain't down here in this arena with the gladiators. Yeah, there we go. That's what I said. I sound like Real Bravado Network. Shout out to the Real Bravado Network in case they cut off earlier. I want to make sure I get that in. Yeah, he's still hanging around. Go over there and like, subscribe, and share to the Real Bravado Network. Make sure you comment on the video. Let them know, hey, the People's Champ sent you. Let them know. We appreciate you, man. Stay in the game with us. You know, it's all good. We put you back in. Hey, man, it's only halftime, man. It's all right. Take a little break. You need some extra rest. Your ankle bothering you. It's all right, TJ. You know, we've been depending on you. You know, you've been strong in the first quarter. You know, the first half. You had to take a little break. You know, we getting older. Our ankles get bad. I understand. We'll need you in the third and fourth quarter, man. We'll put you back in. Get you a little extra rest this game. We up right now. We up a little bit. We'll buy you a little break. I hope you're listening. Sometimes TJ listens while he's at work. I hope you're listening. You got my number. You need to call me, man. Call your boy, man. Holler at your boy. We ain't got to go through things by ourselves. We ain't got to go through things by ourselves, and that's what we supposed to have learned from this manosphere experiment we're doing as men. That's what we used to do. Don't be a narc. Don't be a gentleman. Don't be narcs out here being ninjas against real change. We didn't collaborate. All these other groups of men are collaborating against us around the world. We have to start collaborating together. It's a team sport. Who has been telling us that for damn 40, 50 years now? Who? Y'all need to start reading books. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. He's been telling us, yo, politics is a team sport. Economics is a team sport. Family is a team sport. All of this shit is team sport. Stop trying to be an individual and I'm a power and macho my way through this shit. You're gonna fail by default. These are the ninjas against real change. No, I'm gonna be a man and I'm gonna pull myself up out of my bootstraps and all that, and I'm gonna hold masculine frame and I'm gonna put my foot down and show women receipts and all of this stupid shit. It hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. We got to do something differently by definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over, but expecting different results. That we are fucking insane, black men. Stop arguing with women. Say what you got to say to them. It ain't nothing wrong with having good conversation. I'm about that. But problem solving, you got to team up with a group of men to identify the problem, identify the root cause of the problem, develop solutions, and implement them. All we doing is just spinning wheels, just talking shit. No solutions. And then when I ask about solutions on these panels, I get the adaba daba talk. I get the beatboxing. And I get stupid suggestions. Like, nigga, that ain't never gonna work. They've tried that already. I was talking on a podcast's platform the other night. and a young man was asking questions, and I told him basically, at your age right now, you should not be focused on women. At your age right now, you should be focused on building yourself up. All right. I've been saying this for years, a decade or more, at least. Kevin Samuels was saying it, right? Y'all don't believe me? See, because y'all never watched Kevin Samuels. Y'all saw some clips and you think you knew Kevin. You knew what Kevin was trying to do. Right? That's what you think. But y'all never actually watched Kevin.
So you're a deadbeat.
No, really, not really, but
No, yes, that's really you are. You're a deadbeat. You're a deadbeat. You want a beautiful woman for free.
just how come other guys get it free, Kevin?
We're not worried about other guys. We're talking about you, Nicholas. You came in here talking about whether gynocracy is an error, and you're a deadbeat.
Why Kevin really? No, I wouldn't say that.
You said the men are victimized by the gynocracy. I can play the tape, sir. I'm very good at what I do. We've gotten down to the point that you can have access to these women. You got the means, everything else. You just don't want to pay for it. You want it for free, i.e., you're a deadbeat. So, and your only standard is like, well, other guys can get it for free. Yeah, but they may be paying with a currency you don't have. It's called like social skills. They're paying for it. They're just not paying for it with the money. See, the problem is you. And I don't like cheap men who try to blame their problems on other things. You can be cheap, but you can't say you want beautiful women for free.
Give it up for the Godfather of Style. Our Godfather of Style, St. Kevin Samuels, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all don't know Kevin. You didn't listen to what he was saying. You try to extrapolate talking points half-assedly, because as he just said, you don't want to pay. You want for the knowledge. Get it for free, and that's why you don't fully understand it. You don't want to pay dues. You want to pay with work. You don't want to pay with developing yourself. Nothing. You ninjas don't want to change. You just want to stay what you are, and you don't want to build yourself and make yourself better. And then you get offended by better men than yourselves telling you what you're doing. No, you can't call him a deadbeat. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. And they want to try to, then they want to go to this authoritarianism. You can't say what you want to say on my platform, even though this is America. We got free speech, but this is my platform. I'm going to dictate to you what to say about your son. And I like the guy. I like him. We had actually a good conversation at the end of that show, but there's some fine tuning that needs to happen there. We aren't equal, brother. You are not me. You do not have the resume I have. You do not have the success I've had. It's a fact of life. I'm sorry. And we keep trying to make lesser men equal to better men. And we got to stop doing that. Like Obsidian said, get in the arena and compete. Until that happens, and you show me your results, it's just idle conversation. You're never going to be in the big meetings, the meetings that matter where decisions get made. You're just going to be chicken bocking. And as the brother just said on this clip, it's Oprah's fault. I keep telling y'all that. Paul Mooney told y'all that years ago. It's Oprah's fault. Everybody think they got an opinion, or their opinion matters now. You got conjecture. You don't have a valid opinion. See, an opinion comes with citations. It comes with work had to be done to formulate an opinion. You can't just have an opinion because you woke up They're males. They got a penis. They're over 18. They think that's all it takes to be a man. They refuse to change into a better man. My 15-year-old son got a damn dick. I mean, really. Harmonize is dropping links. She's dropping that hot fire. Take the what and leave the what. That's what Harmonize doing. But don't listen. But ninjas don't listen. We don't call them narcs. We don't call them narcs now, and that's the new word. Narcs, ninjas against real change. They don't listen because that means they would have to evaluate themselves and change. Now they'll run away. They run away from shit. That's why the black church fell to the black woman. When prosperity gospel started coming in, ninjas ran from church because they didn't want to fight. They didn't want to do the work. They didn't want to tell these women, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't, because see, the Bible tells you got to work. You got to examine yourself. You got to change. They don't want to change, so they took off running, and they left the neighborhoods, they left the churches, and then we wondering why the hell we ain't got no communities today. I told y'all the other day, brother of mine from East Orange. He works down in North now. He's in North now, but we grew up together in East Orange, went to middle school together, and shout out to Peter Edwards, it's my man. And Peter said, man, I was riding through the old hoods, meaning he was riding through East Orange, and he was like, where are us? Where did us go? Is what he asked. And I knew exactly what he meant. Where did us go? We ran. We ran. We didn't, those neighborhoods that our grandparents gentrified for us and developed, we abandoned them. And ran down south and ran out of Jersey and ran everywhere else. Why we didn't keep them as rental properties? Why didn't we keep them as a revenue stream? Yeah, okay, even though you wanted to come down south, which I did too. But why didn't we keep those houses in the family for rental properties? Right? Why didn't we do that? That's what Ant's talking about, y'all. So these narcs won't listen. Know what we need to do. No, we don't know what we need to do. That's why I disagree with you, my brother. We don't know what we need to do, and we don't want to pay to talk to who do know. We don't want to listen. Dr. Claude Anderson wrote how many books on this damn topic over 30 years? Powernomics, black labor, white wealth, the ways of white folks. I mean, shit. This is 3 of them I remember off the top of my head. Because we don't like to read, we like to pretend because we got Google now. We're doing research. This is why they can't give citations when he's. Well, I've done my research, nigga. You clicked on a link, surface deep, 1 level deep on Google. You ain't even go into the link. That's why I'm able to damn disprove what a lot of y'all saying. Hold on a minute. I left my tea in the other room. I'm about to go back in. Hold on a second, y'all. I gotta change directions for a minute, man. I mean, I was all focused on having a good charge and shit, not making sure I had my hydration and shit. Hold on a minute. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. All right, I'm back. I'm near my hydration. Gotta stay hydrated, y'all. I'm not allowed to drink but such a small amount of fluids every day, so I gotta make sure I do it strategically. And I've been doing good over the last 2 weeks. I've come under my fluid intake level because they measure me constantly. So my fluids have been outstanding even over the weekends, man. Shout out to your boy. And, that's a big thing for me. Um, if my fluids, it's serious, right? If my fluids get out of whack, um, I could die. I could die. The weight goes straight to my lungs, straight to my ankles. It goes to my lungs. It's hard for me to breathe. Um, I'll tell y'all about that time. Amadeus had to rescue me, and I was slumped over outside on the damn steps. Couldn't make it to the damn. Couldn't make it up 3 steps. Slumped over, man, and I scared the shit out of her. And I woke up in ICU the next day. I gotta watch my fluids. It's very serious. Um, that's what kidney disease does to you. Your body doesn't drain the fluids the way it's supposed to. It filters out your blood too. That's a lot of people have to go on dialysis to because they have other issues. They're diabetic. They're this. I'm not diabetic, and but for me, it's just raw fluid. Water is my enemy. I can't drink a lot of water like I used to. I used to drink gallons of water every day. Shit, I can't do that. I'm limited to 32 ounces of water, people. That's why I drink tea because my body doesn't. Uh, um, the tea doesn't go straight to my lungs like water does. Water is straight to my ankles, straight to my lungs. Um, a lot of people don't even pee anymore. Like I'm not one of those people, but a lot of people, they really have to be careful. Some I knew a girl that was going, young girl, a very pretty girl too, man. She died not too long ago. She was like 28. Michelle died, and she had to go 7 days a week. Now, if you had seen her in person, you would have known nothing wrong was wrong with a gorgeous girl. And but she was going 7 days a week. I mean, that girl couldn't take a sip. She couldn't drink a thumbnail of water. I think she was limited to 8 ounces of water per day. I think she told me one time. She was my friend though. I would see her all the time. I became friendly with her, and so yeah, that broke my heart when she passed away because her mother just passed away, and she had a little daughter. Luckily, her daughter was able to get with the dad. The dad had took him in after the mother died. She was Michelle, her daughter, was able to go back with the dad, and he was taking care of both of them when she died, and that was just him and the daughter. I wish I had their phone number so I could, just check in on them every now and then. I didn't know him that well. I met him a couple of times. Anyway, Ann is saying exactly my mother sold my green aunt's house in the Bronx after she passed. My cousin and I tried to get her to keep it, but notice that emphasis he put on but you know the story. So me and Abby like telepathically talking. In case y'all wonder what he just said, you know the story. So I'm gonna fill in the story that he's talking about. Growing up when we grew up, we our great aunts, our grandparents, that was that generation that came out of the South and migrated into the Northeast, into Newark, into New York, into Chicago, into Indiana, and into Philly. They came out of the South. They gentrified all of these neighborhoods that we call the hood now. Those were all white neighborhoods when they started gentrifying them and white flight started and they were moving white people out and white people moved themselves out further and further. Black people moved in, and that was our grandparents what they did. And then they left houses to our parents and our aunts. That's the baby boomer generation he's talking about. That's his mother. He's me and Ann about the same age. So his mother's a baby boomer, or at the oldest, she's a late generation, silent generation. But I'm willing to bet she's a baby boomer. And when they got that money, because that's money. When you same thing my aunt did when my grandparents sold their house. My grandparents sold their house and retired and moved down south. That house they gave it away to my aunt, and my uncle for $70,000. That house today, that house today is clear over 400,000. Hell, it was worth 200,000 when they got it. They bought it for 70. So what does that mean? They had over $100,000 in equity instantly. So that where did that money go? Y'all see, some of y'all don't understand economics. See, this is what white people do. They pass wealth from generation to generation to generation. So this is what Ann is talking about. But I know the story all too well. So when our parents got that wealth, why didn't that wealth get transferred to us, to the Generation X? Because they burnt the money up. They bought cars, they went on trips, they did shit that they didn't work for. Then when we got of age, us who came up in the late 80s and 90s and early 2000s, when we were full adults, we like, where the money at? Where the money, where the house at? Where the shit that grandma and grandpa gave you? Where the shit that great auntie gave you? What happened to it? Narcs, ninjas against real change. So instead of them passing that wealth on to the second generation, which was us, they didn't. They didn't. Nah, they got the hell out of Dodge and wanted to come down south in front or move somewhere else in front, like they had their shit together, right? Now that same group of people, what are they doing today? Dropping fucking Ubers and struggling in their quote unquote retirement. Look how many Uber drivers is baby boomers now. Pay attention. That's the Biden economy. That's what they voted for. Niggas against real change, or ninjas against real change. Real change is a team sport. It involves wealth. You got resources. They didn't give us any. Gen X got nothing from their parents. As a generation, we got nothing. We didn't get wisdom. We didn't get advice. We didn't get a strategy. We damn sure ain't getting no monetary resources and land. Nothing, even though our parents got. And throw it up in our face every chance they get. Oh, you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You need to be a real man. These niggas wasn't doing none of that shit. Most of them ninjas was living off of their wives because it was the women. It was more women than men. They got the land. They got the house, auntie's house. I've heard this story, which is why he said, but you know the story because it's happened so many times. Me and Aunt don't know each other personally. I feel like we do because we got the same stories. And I've had these stories with other people. Same, especially if you're from the Northeast. Same stories. Same fucking stories. Those ninjas was against real change. They didn't want to be responsible, those men. So they were content with their wives running the show. Now, we talk about the gynocracy all the time. There's men in the gynocracy too. Those are the male hyenas. They serve an important role in the gynocracy. What do? They protect the women and they protect the status quo. That's why they're ninjas against real change. Oh shit. See, I didn't ever see it like that. That's what me and others, we call it, Kevin called it, AM has called it, Order 66. That's what that shit is. Oh shit.
Execute Order 66.
I didn't know, V. Well, because you don't shut the fuck up and listen to those of us who do know. We're trying to paint the landscape out for you so that you do know. What they didn't say nothing at all. Not even money. No, they didn't have none. They're in debt up to their ears, most of them. So if you get a house from our parents today, the house is falling apart. You got to do work to it. The mortgage ain't paid off. How the fuck do you get a paid off house in 1992 and that house doesn't get passed along to the next generation and the house is still standing today? Just do the math. You got a house virtually for free, but they want to take it with them. They want to take it with them. My aunt, my uncle was in their 30s when they got that house. That was 30 years ago. We came down south in 1992. Right? That house today, if y'all in the chat and you got Zillow, go to Zillow. And because y'all don't be believing me, the house I'm talking about is 306 Elmwood Avenue, East Orange, New Jersey. 306 Elmwood Avenue, East Orange, New Jersey. Somebody pull that shit up. Tell me what the Zillow price, the estimated value on that house is right now. I guarantee it's getting close to 500,000. It's definitely over 4. I guarantee it. I ain't looked at it in a while. Do the math. They paid 70 for it. If they would have still had the house today, that little bullshit $70,000 mortgage would have been paid off. And what we talking about? At least $300,000 in equity. My cousin, their daughter, should have been inheriting that house. But see, black people, we want to take shit to the grave. Why are we doing it? Get that shit to your daughter now. She's in her 30s, and let her use that to benefit her children. Then that's what white folk do. That's what every other group of people do. They don't wait till they die to start transferring wealth. They do it early. So that way we can compete with other groups of men. We aren't competing as black women. You ain't competing with white men. We don't have the resources they have. They were given houses, they were given land, they were giving mutual funds, they were given stocks, they were given IULs. Uh-huh. I tried to explain that to them ninjas on the channel the other night. What is your IUL? Where you have a 401k? It's a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of fucking time. You want my expertise? You really want to know what I think? Take all your money out of 401k and put it into an IUL. If you want to have a fighting chance, you'll thank me. Say thank you, V. Maybe I'll do a video explaining what an IUL is later. There are plenty of them on YouTube, Facebook, all over social media. Do some research on what a fucking IUL is. Do some fucking research. Y'all fake ninjas who ain't got no fucking experience in business or finance. And all you got people on here giving you the experience. You got plenty of black guys who are financial experts giving you knowledge, but y'all think y'all know everything. Y'all ninjas against real change, and you can't humble yourself down to say I don't know some shit. 401k ain't, you don't pass no wealth. Gen X is the first generation to try to retire on 401k. Before 401k, it was a pension. That's what our grandparents had and some of our parents. That got phased out with us. We never had the opportunity to have a pension unless you worked for the government. And if you were lucky enough. But if you weren't one of those few people, most of us, we got sold on this 401k shit. Well, do the math. Do the math. You will never be able to retire. You will never be able to retire. Even if it's you and your wife and you played the game perfectly for 50 years, when your retirement age comes, you will never be able to retire. That's why we see some of these old folks, these baby boomers, they can't retire. They can't. Ninjas against real change. So, well, they sold us on the idea of going to school. School has done not a goddamn thing for black community, so-called black community. Right? School has done nothing, nothing, nothing. And I challenge anybody to prove me wrong. It's done nothing. So I'll explain. I'll explain real quick. I see you, Aminaz. Thank you. I'm coming back to that, but let me finish this rabbit hole point. School. So what has school done for the black community? Nothing. So as far as wealth, resource, money, power, wealth, power, and resources. That's how you compete. That's what racism is. Racism is a competitive relationship between groups of people that are competing for wealth, power, and resources. We don't know what racism is. And when you have so much wealth, power, and resources, you can force other groups to act against their own best interest. Shout out Dr. Claude Anderson. That's the definition if you want to understand racism. So, you ain't got enough money. Black people don't. What is the percentage? How much money do black people control of this country's wealth? So I'll give you a clue. White people control 87% of the nation's wealth. What percentage do black people control? Somebody tell me that. Somebody tell me what percentage. Somebody drop that in the chat. While I'm waiting on that answer, right? White people have 87%. What percentage do black people have? Okay. Now, good answer. No, it's not going to be zero. That's not possible. You said 5%. Good answer. Good guess. What percentage was that number at the end of slavery in 1865? That was the end of the Civil War. What was that number then in 1865? What would you guess? And while you're doing that, 700 is not possible. Here's why, right? For this particular house I'm talking about, because so many people fled the neighborhood in if we had stayed and developed the neighborhood, then yes, 700 to a million would be more realistic at this time. But we fled our neighborhood, so the value of the land and the property never went to what it was supposed to go to. You know, we didn't reinvest in our communities. East Orange, Irvington, North. You got some beautiful parts of Newark. Beautiful parts of Newark. Hillside. A lot of people forget Newark is right. Like Seton Hall University is one of the prestigious university in this country. It's in South Orange, New Jersey. Half of the campus is in South Orange. The other half is in Newark. A lot of people don't know that. Newark, Maplewood, all them great areas. Great areas. So, Ant says 0 to 5%. You want to take a gamble what it was at the end of slavery? I'll give you another clue. At the end, I'll tell you what it was at the end of slavery. At the end of slavery, 1865, right? Black people controlled 0.5% of this country's wealth, right? 0.5%. Do you know what that number is today? Want to know? Anybody want to know? Want to take a shot at it? 0.5% in 1865. What is that number today? It's the question on the table. Amanad says 0.3%, which is close. Which is close as that is still 0.5%. It might have, and she may be right. It may have gone down 2.3 the last couple of years. She's very close. She's very close. Amanaz to the right. Have been getting the best answer, Amanaz. I'll buy you an ice cream cookie sandwich later. Get your ice cream cookie sandwich. I want some ice cream. That's why I'm saying that. Anyway, she's right. The number hasn't fucking changed, is my point. It hasn't changed. So what has education done for us? Asians are the highest group of income earners in this country. Not because they're the most educated, they actually are the least educated. What are they number one in? Why are Asians the number one income earners? They higher than Jewish people. Why are they the number one income earners? Because they're number one in business per capita. They own more businesses than anybody. They earn more business. They open more businesses than anybody. They start training their kids. Go in an Asian store. I don't care what kind of store it is, a nail shop, beauty supply, a Chinese restaurant. They gonna have their kids in there working with them, learning that business at an early age. And they go right into the business. They go right, they was working in their moms or uncles. They may be working in their uncle's Chinese restaurant while they was in high school and all of that shit. When they graduated high school, what they got? They working in their dad's Chinese restaurant now. Dad done open one up, and then eventually they gonna open one up. They help each other. They work as a team. Why is it that you go in every fucking Chinese restaurant in this country, the menu is almost identical? Anybody ever think of that? Yeah, anybody ever know why? Y'all know why? See, black people will open up a soul food restaurant, mom and pop soul food, whatever. We gonna call it whatever it is. Mertz soul food here in Charlotte, right? Mertz. There's no other Mertz anywhere else. It's only one. It's down on College Street. There's no other Mertz anywhere else. And why we can't open up Keisha's soul food across town, the same family, you selling the same food, and we using the same menu. Why can't we do that? Same menu. Now you got Mert and Keisha getting a better price on their food costs because they're operating as a unit. They're operating as a unit, and that was two of them. They're buying more food. They're getting their food collectively at a better price. Mm-hmm. And that kind of goes into what Amanaz is saying. It's not better than cooking. We talk about business. I don't care how good it tastes. I mean, you got some suck ass Chinese restaurants that are very successful using this strategy, using this. It's kind of like a franchisee. It's kind of like piranhas, really. Piranhas aren't biting each other. They aren't. They're working. They're working together, but not against each other at the same time. So they all buy the menus. It's the same fucking menu. They just changed the name. And they're ordering the menus from the same distributor. They're ordering the food from the same distributors. It's the same soy sauce. Go to the Chinese restaurant and pay attention to the soy sauce. They're getting it from the same. What I pay attention to when I go, like if you go into like a little takeout Chinese joint, sometimes you can see the boxes, the way they order their supplies from. They're all ordering their supplies from the same distributor. It's like a few main regional distributors. So here in the Southeast is one. In the North, they're doing what McDonald's did. Same distributors in the Northeast. You may have one or two of them, but it's only one or two. They're not competing against each other. So they're selling the same product. They just changed the name. It's the same format, same shit. They're not, oh, I'm gonna do it my way. No, this works. We're all gonna do it. We're all gonna do it that way. And they may independently put their own little twists on it, but for the most part, it's the same blank format. They have approved, right? That's what I'm talking about. They were a proven recipe model, standard operating procedure, SOP, proven SOP. That's what Ann is talking about. Like I just said, like the McDonald's method. So they saw what McDonald's was doing it, and they did it better. We're not gonna sell one franchise name. We're gonna let you have your own restaurant with your own name, but we're gonna sell you all your supplies, everything, 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 and they function as a unit. Now I want some. I knew I was gonna do that to you. What you want, boo? What you want? You want Chinese food? Is that what we're talking about? Well, let's talk about it when you get off. I mean, let's maybe we can do that. Maybe we do that. But anyway, but a lot of people have never thought about this shit. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I did some research. That's how I know what original distributor is. There's one right there in Newark. There's one in Newark. There's one in Trenton. And they pretty much is one big distribution place. They all order from the same company for their supplies, same cups, same containers, same pint and quart containers, same bags. They order everything from that one distributor, main distributor. How the fuck? Some of y'all should be like, word? Never even paid attention to this shit. But black people, we can't even get two restaurants. Two. In this city of Charlotte, we got 3 million people in the Charlotte metro. There's no franchise like what I'm describing. We should have one distributor who's buying all of the products, right? And that those distributors should be buying products from black farmers. There ain't that many of us black farmers anymore, but there are a few. We should be buying all the supplies from them. We're right here where they're growing this shit, right? Compare Foods does it. See, I don't know. A lot of y'all up northern, y'all don't know what Compare Foods is. Compare Foods is a Mexican supermarket, and they're regional now. They're regional now, but there's at least a dozen of them in the Charlotte metro, and all in the Mexicans shop there. You don't see a lot of Mexicans in these other supermarkets, but you go to Compare Foods, that's where the fuck they are. Trust me. And they got good produce. I mean, you'll find produce in Compare Foods that you won't find nowhere else. Because now, so from the rooter to the tutor, as black people used to say. So the Mexican, where do you think the Mexican restaurants are buying from? They're buying from the same distributors, the regional distributors. Why aren't we sending our kids to school for agribusiness, agriculture and business to learn this shit? Most people don't even know what the fuck agribusiness is. Most people never heard of that. That's a major. Me and I was talking about that earlier. We know a girl that's going for that now. We wanted to send people to get jobs. Here, instead of sending people to open up a business and get knowledge to open up business, we're gonna send people to go work for somebody else. We need to be sending people, our kids to school for economics, for finance, for business, agribusiness. People got to eat as first improve. You got to eat. During the recession, went up. Food costs went up. Everybody didn't lose money during the recession. Somebody made money. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I wouldn't even put that as we. That's a Jamaican. I don't count them as us. I'm talking about foundational Black Americans. And I get what you're saying. We got a golden crust down here. They kind of suck actually. But I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But they not us. They're not us. They're not foundational Black Americans or ADOS, American descendants of slavery. They not us. And he said Jamaican, and that's Jamaican, yeah. Nah. How long have we been in Atlanta? What's the franchise coming out of Atlanta? Ain't that the fucking Black Mecca? What is the franchise that's regional? I'll wait. Since all these black ninjas down there, these N.A.R.C down there in Atlanta is being so innovative. We've been saying that Atlanta was the black mecca for all my life. What has come out of Atlanta? Because we don't want to set up the foundation. We want to skip floors, as Dr. Claude Anderson said. We want to skip floors. We don't want to build the foundation and then move up. We want to skip to the second floor. And that's why our shit fails. We don't want to do things the right way, the correct way. We want to skip. Ninjas Against Real Change. That's what we've been doing. It hasn't worked. That's why Tulsa failed. That's why Wilmington failed. That's why all of these black Wall Streets, and it wasn't just in Tulsa, we had them all over the fucking place. Why they all failed? Because they didn't have a foundation. And it was easy for the outside influences to come in, drop bombs, destroy us in other ways, because we didn't have a way to protect ourselves economically, politically. Ninjas Against Real Change. And we got to identify who these ninjas are and stop fucking with them. I'm guilty of giving them too much time. It's a waste of fucking time. Once you identify Christ, it was like that. I'm talking biblical. Oh, you need to be like a Christian. Fuck y'all Christians. Y'all got that shit from the white people. That's why it ain't working for us. We ain't Christians in the modern sense. These Christians came from the white people, from the Edomites, the Romans. We ain't them. And we need to stop trying to act like them. It don't work for us. It wasn't designed to work for us. It was designed to work for them. We got to get that shit out of our heads. Christ didn't roll like that. Christ was walking from town to town with him and his disciples. I'm paraphrasing, right? And it was a woman following behind the disciples. And the disciples went and asked Christ, Master, why won't you speak with this woman? She's following us. Christ stopped, turned around, looked at her, and kept fucking walking. I didn't come to save them. I came to save y'all, he said. He didn't deal with the other people. He only came to save his people. Us. He didn't come to save the pagans and heathens that were around about us. He didn't come to save the Hamites. He came to save Israel. Y'all don't know who y'all are. That's why y'all manipulated. And y'all want to believe something the white men say. And then the other things, you don't want to believe what they say. You pick and choose to make it make sense for you when it's stupid. Are we African? What the fuck is an African? Find it in a book older than the 14th century. Show me the word Africa in a book older than the 14th century. I'll wait. Show me this mythological Kemet. Show me it on a map. Show me one of them old historical maps that said Kemet on it. I'll wait. Ninjas out here making up shit. Ninjas Against Real Change. It's what they've been doing. That shit is all wrong and false. You ain't come from Africa. We was in or on the continent of Africa, so-called Africa. Africa is a white man's name, just like America. So you're calling yourselves two white men? Of African American? That term didn't even exist in 1984. Jesse Jackson made it up. So you take guys like me and what the hell was we called when we was born? There wasn't no such thing as African American when we was born in the 70s. So what did they call us? It's a made up word. We was already here when they made up that word. We was walking and talking when that African American shit came out. I want to keep hope alive. Jesse Jackson, a dabba dabba ass. Hmm? Oh, it's about to get too real for some of y'all. Y'all ain't ready for this real talk. But my mama said, shut your Forrest Gump ass, Bobby Boucher ass, Daba Daba ass, N.A.R.C. Shut the fuck up. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. So maybe you should listen and learn in silence. You might learn something right now. They watching me, they ninja watch me, and they ninja watch me, and they screaming that they fucking. I'ma fuck that nigga V up when I see him. I'ma fuck him up. You don't know what he talking. My mama said, man, fuck your mama. Fuck all our mamas. Your mama was a hoe. Shout out to RBN. Your mama was a hoe. You think they just started selling pussy? You think your mama ain't ever sold no pussy? You better ask somebody. I bet you run across one of them old dudes your mama was sneaking and geeking with. He'll tell you the truth about your mama. Yeah, man, I gave your mama $20 one time, man. You know, you needed some shoes and she was $20 short. Mm-hmm. You think ninjas was out here just giving out money for free? Is that what y'all ninjas think? They ain't doing it today. Women haven't changed. They have not changed. There's no such thing as modern women. You got a modern environment, but the women haven't changed. The culture has changed. And how do you change culture? What is the formula for culture? Narc ninjas? Narc asses? What is the formula? Biology plus environment equals culture. You can't change the biology. So what changed? The environment. Thus, the culture changed. Your mama is the same person as these women. Your grandmama is the same person. They all was doing the same thing. How you think Big Mama? Big Mama back in the day had 13 kids cause she had her drawers on. Bullshit. Grandma ain't had no drawers on. Ain't that what I've been telling y'all? You're making 13 kids. Trust me, them drawers is always off. Trust me. Y'all need to grow the fuck up. Not my grandmama. Your grandmama too. My grandmama. How you think she kept your punk ass daddy quiet? He got a little rowdy. She took him in that. Come here, let me talk to you for a minute. Let me talk to you for a minute, Thomas. She took him in that little back room for that hot minute. She twerked up that house skirt and let him give them that 5-stroke special. And Big Daddy took his punk ass on outside and left her the fuck alone after that. Y'all ain't see that shit. You better think back to y'all childhood. Better ask some questions. Ask your grandfather this story I just told and see if he don't laugh. See if he don't laugh and tell you something else. Didn't Kevin Hart tell you to ask your granddaddy when last time he got some pussy? Well, I got another one for you. Ask your granddaddy what was happening back then. Grandma knew how to shut that shit down real quick. Grandma would shut that shit down. Took 5 minutes, trust me. That's where all of them damn kids came from back then. He came home from lunch at work and shit. Got him a little quickie. Y'all better ask somebody. Y'all better ask somebody. Y'all naive, man. Hold on a minute. I just really went to get my cup the last time. Y'all better ask somebody, y'all narcs. Y'all scared of change because you won't acknowledge what happened in our past, our recent past. Hoeing since hoeing. And I mean hoeing. I ain't talking about being a slut. I like a little slutty in a woman. That's me. That's between me and her. That ain't none of y'all business. I'm a nasty boy. I'm a cookie monster. I like that shit. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about transactional sex. is what I'm talking about. Yeah, your mama was, somebody paid her for some. Ask your mama. Mama, you ever took money for some pussy? See if she watch her lie to you. Watch her lie. Watch her fucking lie. Y'all scared to have that conversation. Dabba dabba ass niggas. Hey man, make sure I'm caught up on my comments here. Yeah, what Ann said, man. Let me go on. Our grandparents didn't call African American. Hell no. That was our parents started that. The baby boomers started that shit. That's Jesse Jackson in '84. We ain't African. We are not them. When you look at an African, you see dark skin, but their features are different. Their head shapes are different. They are not us. Now we got an ancestor, of course. We all connected by one ancestor. If you go back far enough, I'm talking about in more recent times. We're not them. We're not them. Deacon Atan did a series on this recently. This past Sunday, he was talking about the Ashkenazi Jews and where they came from, and they're descendants of the Khazars, who are also descendants of the Idumeans. And Idumeans, we know, come from the Edomites. That's where the Europeans come from. It's just a different. They were a branch, your cousins. Some of them mixed with us. That's why some of them got little kinky hair, because they mixed with some of us. They come from us. But we don't know our history. All we want to do is believe what the white man tell us, and then at the same time, when the white man tell you, when you don't like something, you want to pick and choose what you want to believe and not believe. I posted a book. I posted a book on Instagram. I may have shared it here on my community tab, which this is them telling their own story. What I'm saying, you don't want to believe a black man, buy the book. It's on Amazon if you can afford it. The Jews. Buy the book written by the Jews, right? Like 1905 or something. So this was like one of them white eyes only books. Buy the book. It tells you the fucking history. They know their own history. They know they aren't us. The Bible tells you this would happen. It was a prophecy. It was a curse that was put on us. Our name would be no more in remembrance. And they would all be confederate. They, who is the they? The other nations would be confederate against us. That's all of them. They all plotted against us to wipe our name and our history out the fucking books. That's why you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. You want to call yourself an African, which was a fucking Greek bibber. Greek bibber means what? A white Arab. He spoke Greek and Arabian, or whatever the hell they were speaking at that time. We now, it's the language is morphed now that it's a written language. He was a Greek bibber. His name was Leo Africanus. Leo Africanus. He originally called Libya or Lebanon Africa, and then eventually that word got applied to the whole continent. That was in the 1500s. When that happened, Kemet is a made-up name. Kemet is a made-up name. That jailhouse talk that came out of New York, that shit started coming out of New York when I was a kid. And back then it was the Asiatic black man and the poor righteous teachers and the 5%ers. It's the same garbage. We became Muslim in the past because they enslaved us. They were the first ones to do it. They don't count y'all as their equal today. Go over there. Go over there to Sudan. Go over there to the Middle East. Go over there to Dubai and see if they treat you as an equal, nigga. They don't want this work with me. No, V, you wrong, V. And what you call it wasn't a real book. Willie Lynch wasn't a real book. Yeah, but it's really. So you gonna do that for every fucking book you've ever read? Question whether the author existed? They found the manuscripts, the original letters. That's where the book got transcribed from his original handwriting. I forget what fucking museum that shit is in. It's a real fucking book. It's a book now. Originally, it was letters. Oh, Willie Lynch, I heard. Did you ever read the book? No. Shut the fuck up. Read the book. Tell me what part is fake. Africans don't even think like us because we're not them. He says we're more warrior like. Certain tribes were more warlike. The more militant of our tribes were Judah, Benjamin. We were the more warrior type tribes. But remember, you got what? You got 12 tribes altogether. So that's only 2 of the 12. I mean, you got 10 more. One of those tribes, the Levites, they were the priests. But they were very skilled martial artists, and swordsmen. So yeah, each tribe had different characteristics and things. When you really break down and get into the qualities of the different tribes. But Judah, which is us, we're Judah. Yeah, I mean, we were the more militant. Because we were the leaders. Us and Benjamin. Benjamin is your modern day Jamaicans. Levi is your Haitians. But we as a people here in America, we don't know who we are. We don't know our tribal ancestry because that was the plan, that was the curse. And we haven't bothered to wake up yet. Everybody talk about they woke. Okay, I love asking a person, you woke? What's your tribe? What tribe you come from? And some ninjas, because they got ancestry, they got 23andMe, they'll name some colonial tribe. No. I'm talking about your biblical tribe. I'm talking about back before. What's your biblical tribe? And I can't tell you. Years I've been sharing these books. From Babylon to Timbuktu is a very good book. That'll show you the migratory patterns of dark people, and it tracks it, and it'll show you where they went and where they are. Okay, that's your starting point. People always claim they read the Bible. No, you didn't. You glanced at the Bible, you read a couple of passages, but you don't have an understanding for the Bible. So, how to help you get some understanding? You gotta be weaned off the milk and drawn from the breast, okay? To get understanding. Precept must be upon precept. So you're gonna need a good Bible dictionary. Go now. This book is like $10. Go now and buy the Zondervan's Bible Dictionary. The Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary. You get it on on Amazon. It's like $10. It'll help you understand the Bible, the things that you thought you knew. And this book isn't published by black folk. It's the most accepted Bible dictionary worldwide. One of the oldest too. They began publishing this shit in the 1800s. See, the white folks, the white Christians, they don't understand the Bible. That's why they can publish this book, and they know you ninjas ain't gonna do what? What was the curse that was put on us? How will we be able to identify ourselves? Because of the curses. They will be a sign. What curse am I talking about from Deuteronomy? You will be known as a proverb and a byword. A proverb is a wise saying. A byword is something other than your name. What are you known by today? African American. It's a byword, something other than your God given name. So we don't call ourselves Judah, which is your God given name. We call ourselves African American. We always called ourselves black, so black don't count. King Solomon said, I'm black and I'm pretty. I'm black and I'm comely. That's in the real Bible. Wisdom of Solomon is the book where he tells you, I'm black and I'm comely. King James Version, by the way. Y'all ain't reading the King James Version. Y'all reading the New King James Version. Y'all ain't reading the original King James Version, which is the authorized version. The original Hebrew translators made the authorized version. King James hired 46 of the world's best Hebrew scholars, and they translated the original scrolls from Latin and Greek and Aramaic into English. It was the Old Testament, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament. It's called the 1611 King James Version today. You can go on Amazon and buy that. You can buy this book today. You can read this book today in modern English. You don't need all of these stupid ass versions that have been made up in the last 100 years. Go back, go to Amazon, get the original King James Version 1611, and you'll see the wisdom of Solomon, Maccabees, Sirach. You'll get those books and fill them blanks. Oh shit, B, you dropping them bombs on them? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. They don't want this work with me. And that's why they still talking that Umar Johnson Pan-Africanism. That shit don't even make logical sense. We got problems here. We got infrastructure problems or lack of infrastructure here in the most successful empire on the planet. Now, you want to go back to a third world country? They can't sustain us. They wouldn't even have the grid to sustain us on a basic level. You wouldn't be able to get water. You wouldn't be able to get friggin' electricity if you took any significant number of black Americans to Pan-Africanism over there to Africa. You wouldn't be able to sustain yourselves. And you think them people just gonna let you come over there and take their shit? Them ninjas always hated us throughout history, them Hamites. That's why God said don't mix with them. It's against the law to mix with them. But we hid amongst them at different times in our past because the white folks couldn't tell us apart. They still can't. But we can tell ourselves apart, just like Asian people can tell themselves apart. You better not call a Japanese person Chinese. They'll think you fucking crazy. We be like, to us, they look all the same, but they look different to themselves. We look different. You know when you're looking at a Haitian. You know when you're looking at a Jamaican. You know when you're looking like at a Hamite from Africa. Huh? Oh, this shit getting too deep from some of y'all. Y'all ninjas against real change. You don't want this new information, which is really old information. You just never been taught it. You never been taught who you are. They coming over here to compete with you. They coming over here to take what you got. Let me bring this shit around back round. I told y'all I'm the best at this shit. I'm the fucking people's champ for a reason. I told you I was gonna connect the dots, didn't I? Y'all didn't see what I just dropped on y'all. See, I'm gonna bring this story back around. Remember when Ant and I was talking about what happened up there in Jersey economically? Who do you think we sold our houses to? We sold them to the damn other people coming here from other countries, the Africans, to the Puerto Ricans, that's really Ephraim, by the way. We sold it to them other people who weren't indigenous to America. We sold it to them. Why did they buy it up? Because they wanted what we got. So when you go to them old neighborhoods, like I told you Peter did, where is us? We ain't there no more because we sold our shit to these other group of people. Now they got our neighborhoods. Oh shit. Didn't see that coming, did you? You thought Ant was just talking. You thought V was making random comments when I told you the story about my homeboy from middle school. It's all connected. Big picture. And this is the story I told you. The brick mason got to step back from the wall when I was talking about TJ. Y'all didn't see that shit coming either. You didn't connect the dots, narc ass ninjas. I told you about TJ stepping back from the wall for a little bit so he could see the wall. Y'all don't know how to step back. Y'all too macro. You don't know how to step back and see the fucking panoramic view of what the hell is happening here. Dark asses. You ain't able to do that because your mindset is too small and you didn't see where I was going. Oh, that nigga just rambling. Adaba daba ass ninjas. That nigga just rambling because most of these Adaba daba niggas ain't never been nowhere. They've been in the South all their life. They don't have no context. They don't know how to connect the migratory patterns of foundational Black Americans. They don't understand what it means to be Black. They don't know Black history. All they know is what the white man taught them, and what these few of these jailhouse ninjas done taught them. Oh shit! Some of y'all minds blown. Boom. Yeah, y'all thought I was just dropping them little trinkets along the way. Yeah. What I said TJ was doing is what a lot of y'all need to do. Step back. Take a break. Just be quiet for a little while and get your thoughts together and evaluate yourselves and then go for it. You got to learn to pick yourself up after you fall. And then y'all hear all this shit I've been saying today has been connected. Y'all didn't see it coming. Boom! I'm telling stories backwards for y'all. And y'all don't get it because y'all slow and you ain't got enough attention. You ain't got the attention span to follow along. And this is why y'all want everything in a 90-second clip because you refuse to change. That's how the white man has taught y'all to do here in America. Give y'all commercials and sound bites. Didn't fucking Wesley Snipes try to warn y'all about this in the Demolition Man? We gave y'all a glimpse of what the future was going to be. 90-second jingles. Oh, take it further with Terry Crews when he was in Idiocracy. Y'all ain't never heard of that movie. Go watch it. Y'all don't get smarter in the future. Y'all get dumber. Because you want everything prepackaged, micro bits and little commercials. And you're on these panels arguing like bitches, arguing. And you got to learn things in when it benefits them, but they quick to let you know, oh, I ain't black. I'm Dominican. I'm Colombian. I'm Nigerian. I'm Somalian. I'm whatever the fuck I am. They don't want to be connected with you when work got to be done, but when they want to get some benefits, oh, we black. We all black. No, y'all African American. I ain't no African American. I'm a black American. I'm an American who's black. We a different group of people. And if you want to call me by my correct name, you can call me Judah. But I ain't no African. Coming over here to Times Square trying to sell us watches. Fuck you, nigga. I got a watch. I know what time it is. That's what I used to say to them ninjas. They was, oh, I'm an African prince and my father, they all got the same bullshit story. I'm an African prince and my father was wealthy in my home country and all of that. Now you over here driving a fucking taxi cab. Motherfucker, what part of Coming to America did you not watch? Or did you watch? You over here looking for your queen, you Hakeem? You going back to Zamunda? Bullshit. Them niggas was broke and barely made it out alive and came over here and got whatever kind of piece of shit job they can get. And they always want to come over here and try to educate us on our women and y'all need to get your women under control. Why they always coming over here trying to marry our women? They've been doing that. They love getting a sister because they didn't qualify for the African women. They didn't qualify for them. Them African women are more westernized than y'all think. They were colonized by Western civilization. So they ain't no traditional African women, quote unquote. Them motherfuckers is from colonization. Them niggas ain't running their country. They ain't even got their own money. Show me your African dollar. Show it to me. Somebody show me what the fuck is an African dollar look like. Somebody show me. I'll wait. Now, tell me how they running their country over there. And said, fuck that shit. Goddamn right. See, I talk shit to Africans. I grew up with them. Me and Ann grew up around them. We went to school with them. Now, some of them is cool. Usually it was the ones who came over here when they were very young. You know, they might have even got, mom was pregnant. They were born here, kind of Africans. I grew up with a lot of those dudes. I got them. They all my friends. Shout out to my boy King Kojo. Motherfucking Drift. Y'all may know him from the hit show Power. He was the character. They called him Drifty in Power. That was Tommy's Connect in Jersey. That's my boy Drift. He is a real dude. He's on my Facebook page right now. If y'all don't believe it, go to my Facebook friends, search for Drift, and make sure y'all buy one of his CDs. He was also the unsigned hype champion back in the fucking 90s. Bars that dude got. That's my man. He grew up with us. Even though his family is from Africa, he grew up here with us. But a lot of these dudes that grew up over there and then came here, they not the same as him. Shout out to my man African Joe and Rich. They same thing. They came over here when they was babies. They grew up with us. They different. Yeah, they love colonialism because they bitch niggas, man. And they want to come over here and act like they educated. They always want to try to teach us. Like that nigga Fatty and shit. Fuck that nigga Fatty. Stay your fucking African ass over there or go back to Africa and show me where the progress is. Trying to come over here and school us. Nigga, we have exceeded y'all by far. Africa. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. See, them motherfuckers make me angry. Talking like they got some. You need to go, we know how to do it over in Africa. And women don't do this. Because y'all ain't us. And y'all didn't go through what we went through. Y'all ain't us. Show me the African dollar they got 56 fucking countries. Show me which one of them countries got their own money. I'll wait. Show me their banking system. That's independent of Europeans' banking system. I'll wait. Them motherfuckers only got access to 30% of their money. See, if y'all really study business like I did in worldwide, look at the size of the continent of Africa versus fucking France. France is running them motherfuckers. And that's why they still punishing the Haitians. They still mad at the Haitians, the warrior class of us. S's do, the Dr. T.I. Johnsons do, the Green Gorillas do, the V. Ben Israels do, the Dr. Claude Andersons do. They see, but y'all don't want to listen to us. Y'all don't want to listen to us. Y'all want to argue with fucking women. AI is about to wipe us the fuck out again. See, the last time we got completely wiped out was because of the cotton gin. When the technology changed in farming, we went to that. We went to the cotton gin. We went to modern agriculture. That wiped out the black farmer, right? That wiped us out. And the remnants of us had to compete against the immigrants, the coming out of South America and Mexico. So that used to only be on the West Coast, mainly California. See, on the East Coast, you had poor whites and poor blacks doing the agriculture. Now that shit has been wiped out. Thank you for the cotton gin. Thank you, Democrats like Biden. Think it's an accident that they're giving these Mexicans $3,000 a month to come here. They're giving them debit cards with $9, $10, $15,000 on here. That shit is happening right now. They won't give you fucking $100, but they'll give them thousands of dollars. Are you stupid? Why? Because they need cheap labor. They need motherfuckers out here picking shit. There's certain things that the cotton gin can't do, or modern agriculture can't do yet. So you need people out in them fields picking that shit by hand. And they don't want to pay you. So they're not going to pay you individually a fair living wage to do it. They're not going to do it. They tried that. That was the harvest of shame. Look that shit up on YouTube. The harvest of shame. They're not going to pay you even fucking $1,000 a year like they did back in the fucking 60s. They were paying white families and black families $1,000 a year. They're not going to do that. They rather pay the Mexicans and South Americans. They don't want to give y'all any money. They don't want poor whites and poor blacks getting resources beyond that 0.5%. They want to keep us poor because they don't want to have to compete with us. I'm giving y'all a history lesson, and I'm giving you a modern school lesson in basic economics. This country was built on free to cheap labor. That's all these empires throughout history were built on free and cheap labor. You gotta have it as part of the equation. There will always be poor people. They're trying to change who those poor people are. Keeps us all connected. Y'all think it's one big system. No, it's thousands of little systems collectively working independently and collectively like piranhas. So not one big circle, thousands of little circles all interconnected. That's why you got ninjas out here talking about racism ain't here no more. What fucking year did it end? Because see, they think racism is, they defined it as prejudice and bigotry. If you ask somebody, what is your definition of racism? They're going to say prejudice, they're going to say bigotry. That's how they're going to define it. That has nothing to do with it. Nothing. And you never hear the caste system like they have in India. We have it here in America too. Your zip code has more to do with how you turn out as an adult than your fucking education. This is why black people with fucking doctorate degrees, the average person with a doctorate degree makes less money in some cases than a fucking white man with a high school diploma. How is that possible? Because we have a caste system. You're locked in economically. No matter how much money you make, LeBron is still a nigga. Oprah is still a nigga. Remember when she took that ass over there to France? They showed her what she was. They showed her. Y'all don't believe me? You know who tells a good story on that? Paul Mooney. Search Paul Mooney, Oprah on YouTube and listen to what he said. Rest in peace to Saint Dick Gregory. Y'all better start listening to these comedians. See, before the Manosphere, the comedians were the ones, because we had to hide it under comedy. But they were schooling you. Dick Gregory, Paul Mooney, Patrice O'Neal. It's a lot of them. Corey Holcomb now is the modern guys like that is Corey Holcomb, Dave Chappelle, Nate Jackson. Dropping gems on y'all, but some of this shit is gonna be over y'all head, man. I know. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. But I tell you what, man, I've been riffing. I killed it, man. Drop the mic for your boy. Drop the mic for your boy. Y'all know I just killed that shit. Y'all ain't getting this content from other content creators. Very few, I'm gonna say. It's very few of us that's giving it to you like this. Give it up for your boy. Very few of us are giving it to you like this. AI is going to wipe us out. We're too far on the other side of the bell curve that I was talking about earlier. The learning curve, the bell curve. We ain't even in the game. Y'all don't even see the shit coming. The number one job for black women is what? Customer service, governmental, some kind of government shit. Usually some kind of customer service or data entry, retail. All of that shit is being replaced. I ain't talking 20 years from now. I'm talking 5 years or less. Customer service, when you call, you go to an automated system with that AI is going to vastly improve that shit. You may not even realize you talking to AI. This shit is going to be so good. That is happening now. It's happening now. And y'all are oblivious. Y'all are dabba ninjas. Talking about holding I'm a whole masculine frame and I need the receipts. AI is taking over the fucking world. Skynet, nigga. Skynet. I would said that to somebody else. They was like, what's Skynet? I'm like, are y'all shitting me right now? You don't know what the fuck Skynet is and Cyberdyne? You don't know what Cyberdyne Systems is and Skynet, you are fucking lost. You are the walking dead. If you never heard one of those two names, you are fucking clueless. It's too late for you. That's why I don't want to waste time arguing with y'all ninjas. You too far behind the curve to catch up. You are worthless if you don't understand what AI is about to do to us and to our kids. Fuck competing with Chinese people and white people. These motherfuckers are setting up systems that's going to change the globe in the next 3-4 years. And that's why this election is so important. And we ain't talking about it. We ain't, because y'all watching mainstream media and news and clueless. They ain't gonna tell you. Trump had been telling y'all he's setting me up. And guess what? Everything we've learned, y'all clueless. Trump is a racist. Trump was a fucking staple in the black community for how long? All of these black celebrities who fucked with Trump, they wasn't fucking with Biden. The rappers wasn't fucking with Biden. They was fucking with Trump. Mike Tyson used to hang out with Trump.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
Aunt, they bought me 2 teas last week. I appreciated it. Made my day. But support your boy, man, and stay tuned.
You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So, what I make you? Good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.